Hey class, so we all turned in the argument essay on the discussion and now we're getting ready to do our review. If you revisit the instructions for the discussion, you will find that I added another sentence and it includes the attachment for the peer review. Once you open it, it's going to look like this, okay? So everyone is going to get 2 classmates for review and you're going to see them once you open up your discussion. If you don't get one or if you don't see it, then email me and I'll show you how to do it. I can't show you on mine because I'm not a student, so I don't have the same screen, but you should be able to see it in red on top of your discussion. Okay, so this is the sheet that I'm going to assign to you for each of your peer reviews. Okay, it's very similar to the one we did in class. It has, everything is very clear what I want, and it has a few examples. I'm gonna go over them really quick. What I want you to do though is, you know how I want you to use complete sentences for everything. So what you're gonna do is that you're gonna download it. Okay, so you're gonna download the peer review sheet, and then once you have it downloaded, you're going to enable the editing. Okay, so you're going to enable editing, and then you're going to go and put in your name up here in the heading, and then you're going to write whose paper you are reviewing. Okay, and then you begin one by one. Let's say, for example, this one, student does not have extra spaces anywhere. And I have a sample essay here from a student from another school that I work for. And so this is the essay, and as you can see, there are a lot of extra spaces in the essay. So in this case, this student does not have the correct formatting. Okay, so what you would do is you would go back to your peer review sheet and you would enter here, student needs to remove extra spacing from between paragraphs. Okay, so, sorry, I misspelled that. Okay, so this is something you would do. You can go ahead and put this in a different color, or you can highlight it, just for me to see that, and for the student to see that this is your comment here. So you do this for all of them, okay? Let's say that the student has not properly formatted the name block. Let's say that he forgot or she forgot to add the date, or if they have like most of it correctly, but it's not completely correct, then what you're going to do is tell me here the date is incorrect. Something like that, okay? So you don't have to tell me it's a complete no, the student did not format the name block. You can tell me exactly what's wrong with it, and that way the student can fix it. Okay, the next one is the capitalization of the title. A lot of you are just writing out like a sentence, and a title has to be properly capitalized. And it also has to be a description of the paper. We already went over that I don't want essay 3 or essay 2 or argument essay or whatever, okay? Student has provided correct MLA parenthetical citations. You know what that is. If you go down to body paragraphs, I give you examples. Student properly cited the quote by using quotation marks, and here I give you some examples. So Castro 12 for one author, Castro and Martinez for 2 authors, Castro et al. For multiple authors, or just a shortened version of the article if there is no author mentioned. Okay, and I need the page number. Please, if they have the year here, or if they have the entire title, or if they have the entire title and the entire first and last name of the author, that is not MLA. So please make a note of that and tell your peer how they're supposed to do it. Okay? Student has written a clear explanation of the topic. This is the introduction. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, make sure that you go to the works cited page and that it's in alphabetical order. There are no extra spaces and it has a hanging indent. Remember, we discussed that. And I showed you how to do it. Okay, here's a paper from a student. I don't think this one, yeah, this one doesn't have a works cited, but there's examples in the modules. Okay, so make sure that in the introduction, they're explaining the topic and the importance of the topic, and that they have a clear explanation of what they are arguing specifically, and that they use quotes, statistics, and or examples. They can use all 3. The thesis, clear and valid argument. We already did a discussion on this to see if our classmates had a valid or a strong debatable thesis. Make sure that you go over it again. Make sure that the counter argument is a part of the thesis. If they don't have a counter argument, then you need to add that. Make sure that they're making a clear stand on the pressing issue. So you need to make sure what they're arguing for, and it's not I can't even think right now. Okay, so it's very clear what they're arguing for, and you don't have any questions. If you have questions about what they're arguing for, then you need to put it here, okay? And then the reasons are the claims. They should have about 3 claims. And then this is very important. I've seen a lot of you write the thesis in 2 sentences, okay? Some of you write the counter argument in 1 sentence and then your argument in the other. That's not a thesis statement. It's not called thesis statements with an S. It's one statement. So make sure that it is all in 1 statement. The body paragraphs, look for transitions. Make sure they're using proper ones. If you don't know what a transition means, look it up and help them out. Make sure they have topic sentences that are simple sentences. If they start off a paragraph with a quote, make sure that you make a note here and tell them that they're missing a simple sentence, and you can say something like, in paragraph 4, you are missing, a topic sentence. Make sure that the topic sentences are a direct reflection of the thesis statement. A lot of times I get papers where the topic sentences are not even in the thesis statement. They're writing about something else, and you can't do that. Whatever you write about in your body paragraphs have to be in the thesis statement. Next, the topic sentences are in the same order as the claims in the thesis statement. I already did that in the videos of the last lecture. You need to put them in the same order. You can put the counter argument wherever you want as long as it's in that order in the thesis statement. Okay, here, they have at least 3 quotes. If they don't, make sure that you are, recommending that they add more quotes. Here, they have to tell you what the quote means. A lot of these quotes are in very, they use words sometimes that we don't understand as college students, as first-year college students. So if you don't understand the quote that they're using or why they're using it, then they need to have the sentence following the quote needs to tell you what it means and why they're using it, because it's supporting their claim. But how so? Okay. And then the student properly cited the quote by using quotation marks. This is very important. If they don't have quotation marks, guess what? It's plagiarism. If they don't have the parenthetical citation, like I explained earlier, it's also plagiarism. Make sure they have this for every body paragraph. The conclusion, the student restates the main claims in different words. Okay, also, and I'm going to add this here, but make sure that they also restate the counter argument. If they don't restate the counter argument here, it's not complete. It's not a complete conclusion. Next, the student offers a worldly solution or analysis of the problem. I discussed this in my other lecture, where you need to compromise with both sides if possible. Obviously, there are two arguments because they haven't found one solution that satisfies both. So as a college student, you can come up with one. And finally, the student offers a call to action. Now, this one, you don't have to have it, but if you're arguing for something that needs change, then you need a call to action. If you don't know how to do that, then you haven't researched enough. Here's where you tell your audience to get up and do something, okay? And lastly, you're going to go over the entire essay, and you're going to put 5 comments in in your own words here. Make sure it's not a sentence or two. I mean, this is an English class. We're supposed to be eloquent, and our writing has to be well developed. No questions. We leave no questions with our writing. So make sure that you write. You can put like maybe 1 or 2 positive comments on something they did correctly, and then give them like something they need to work on for the rest of them. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, oh, and then after you're done, you're going to save it. You're going to save it, okay? Make sure that you save it as, save it somewhere where you know it's at. You're not going to be looking for it. And make sure that you put your name, Pastoral Review for Lopez, or for Ana. Pastoral Review for Ana, something like that, okay? So that you know what it is and you know where it is. Okay, once you save it, then you're going to go back to Canvas, and then you're going to attach it in the comment box. There's going to be a comment box in the assignment, okay? Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to have to add it as an assignment instead of a discussion. And if I have to do that, then we might have to just attach our rough draft to the new assignment I'm going to post. But I'm going to try and do it right here with our discussions. Okay, so okay, if you guys have any questions, you can email me and I will answer you right back. Okay? All right, thank you.